welcome to my channel all about art.
Hey there, wax sealing enthusiasts. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to dive into the world of wax sealing, sharing some top tips on how to use wax seals, how to clean them, and what to avoid. First, let's take a look at my wax sealing supplies. Now let's start the process of wax sealing. Now let's start the process of wax sealing. First, place 3 wax beads into the spoon and begin melting them over the candle. I need to find the right candle to melt proper. To make sure the candle burn properly, keep the candle wick upright. If the wick is too short or bent, it won't produce enough heat to melt the wax. I am going to lighting the candle with matchstick to start the melting process. You know, I always end up using a second matchstick because the first one never works for me. It's a small struggle every time I try to light the candle. Wax sealing take 50 to 60 seconds wax to melt properly. Now I am waiting for the wax beads to melt. While we wait, here are some useful tips for wax sealing. Use the right heat source. If your wax isn't melting properly, try using different candle or tea light. However, I noticed that this candle wasn't very good. It took too much time to melt. It didn't provide enough heat, so the wax didn't melt properly. This caused the stamp will not turn out as expected. Let's try the stamp. One important tip, always clean the wax spoon while it's still hot. If the wax hardens, it will stick to the spoon and be difficult to remove. If you want to remove leftover wax from the spoon, it has already hardened. You need to warm the spoon again. Once the wax softens, simply wipe it off with a soft cloth to keep your spoon clean for the next use. Since the first candle didn't work well, I am going to try a new one to see if it makes a difference. Hopefully this one will provide better heat and melt the wax properly. Again, I am going to try 3 wax beads. Tips 2. Overheating the wax can cause bubbles or make the wax too thin. For the best results, remove the spoon from the flame once the wax is fully melted. This time the stamp turned out much better because the wax melted perfectly. A good heat source makes a big difference in getting a smooth and even wax seal. Once again, it's important to clean the spoon properly. While it's warm, if the wax hardens, it will stick to the spoon. Now I am going to try using only the beads to see how it turns out. This will help me test if fewer beads are enough for a good wax seal. This time I am going to change the stamp design to see how it looked with the melted wax. Different designs can create unique and beautiful impressions. With just 2 wax beads, I can stamp design. But there isn't enough wax to create the decorative dots around the seal. Using more wax would give a fuller and more complete look. While cleaning the spoon, my thumb almost burned. It's important to be careful when handling hot wax and metal tools. Using a heat-resistant cloth or tweezers can help prevent burns. Now I am going to try using the beads again, but this time with a mini stamp, since the stamp is smaller. It might work better with less wax. Tip 3. Experiment with colors. Mixing 2 or more wax colors can create a beautiful marbled effect. Try experimenting with different color combinations for unique designs. This time I'm going to try using just 1 wax bead to see if it's enough for a mini stamp. Let's see how it turns out. Tip 4. When using a mini stamp, you don't need too much wax. 1 or 2 beads should be enough. If you use too much wax, the design might lose its shape. So let's start with less and add more if needed. The result looks great with just one wax bead. The mini stamp created a clean design without any extra edges. It's a great way to make neat and precise wax deals. The tea light is fully melted. This stamp is bigger than the others, so I am going to use for beads, to make sure there's enough wax for the design to fully form. I almost forgot to try mixing colors. You can mix wax colors together by gently stirring them with a matchstick while they melt. This creates a beautiful marbled effect and makes each seal unique. Tip 5: occasionally stirring the wax in the spoon can help it melt evenly and prevent burning. With 4 wax beads, I have more melted wax, which allows me to create decorative dots around the stamp. This adds a nice finishing touch and makes the seal look more elegant. For more detailed and eye-catching designs, you can use the glitter pen to highlight the stamp impression. This adds a beautiful shimmer and makes the details stand out even more. Now I am going to add a bead on top of the stamps to see how it looks. This gives the seal a subtle shine and makes the design look even more elegant. Tip 6: make sure your work area and tools are clean to prevent debris from getting into the melted wax. I'm going to write down which techniques I use for each stamp. This will help keep things clear for next time, so I know exactly what worked best and what I might want to improve. I'll note how many beads I used, which stamps created the best impressions, and which ones needed more wax. This way, I can recreate my favorite designs without guessing. Keeping track of these details makes future wax sealing easier and more consistent. Which techniques are you going to use? Let me know in the comments. I need some advice for my next video. Which type of video would you like to watch? We hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content. Thanks for watching and happy wax sealing.